All right, fight fan, joining us now, friend to the room, unified super featherweight champ, one of the brightest stars in boxing, Shakur Stevenson.
What's up, champ?
What's good? What's good?
Listen, thanks for joining us. Another big fight, Brick City, homecoming.
Yeah.
How nerve-wracking is it? Because I want to talk about this fight that you got coming up on September 23rd, when you know you're fighting at home, because that comes with a lot of ticket requests, a lot of hometown people wanting to be in the building, added pressure, or you feel great about it? Do you accept it all?
Nah, I accept all the pressure. I don't think I duck from pressure. I think that I've been facing pressure my whole career. I feel like pressure is just, I'm cool with pressure now at the end of the day. Once I get to fight night, I'm going to zone everything out. I ain't going to be worried about nothing that's going on outside of the box ring. I'm going to be focused on this concession. So I ain't really too much care about the pressure. I think that the pressure comes with it. But a lot of other people may fold under pressure. I don't got that in me.
Well, this is a good fight. Homecoming is a great chance for you to be in, to be on a stage and have a spectacular performance. But I think low key, you were kind of like the guy people were avoiding. Do you think you'll be able to grab all of the titles at 130?
I think it's a possibility. Maybe it's depending on, this is what I say, because I'll be real with y'all here. It's depending on my weight cut for this fight. We're going to see how the weight cut feel for this fight. And if it's cool, I stay. If not, I'll go, chase the bigger fish at 135 that everybody keep acting like it's bigger fish.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, even though you're at 130 and you're 130 unified champ, I know you wanted to be undisputed there, but you're a growing young man. People still put you in those conversations at 135, even though you're not at 135. I'm not sure if you're aware of that. It's almost hard to talk about Tank, Devin, Ryan, Loma, and not talk about Shakur. Why is that?
I think that is very exciting now, because if you think back a couple of years ago, they wasn't speaking on me. Like, they was only speaking on all of them kind of dudes. And, it's a beautiful thing where, you get your name in the mix, and now, you're not even at a weight class. Yeah. And everybody just wants you at that weight class badly. Like, I feel like the whole
So you know now that you're aware. I can tell by that smirk, like, they just want me anywhere, because you are considered one of the best fighters in the world. At one point, I remember speaking to you, and it wasn't that important for you to be on a pound-for-pound list. This was maybe about a year and a half, 2 years ago. Now, are we having a different conversation? Now, do you feel like you need to be on that top 10 list?
Oh, nah, I'm on there already. I don't
Yeah.
If you leave me off your pound-for-pound list, that's on you. That's whatever you choose. But at the end of the day, I deserve to be on there. I'm fighting these top fighters in front of me, and all these guys that's supposed to be champions and guys that's winning, I'm just taking them out easily, and I'm not really having a hard time with them. So no disrespect to them dudes at all. I'm just saying, like, that's how talented I am. So I feel like my talent speaks for itself. I feel like I deserve to be on the pound-for-pound list, especially after what I did to Oscar Valdez. If people leave me off, that's on them, but I definitely deserve to be there.
Right. I think we got a different era where we got a lot of champions, a lot of great fighters like Devin Haney, yourself, and all of these other guys. Lomachenko's another great fighter. So I just think this is a good era where we got so many people that can actually be on that list. But
yeah, but I mean, if you really pay attention to boxing, if you really pay attention to what's really going on in boxing and see, like, this dude went from fighting Nakatia, then straight to Jamel Herring. Then after Jamel Herring, he dismantled Jamel Herring. We go straight to Oscar Valdez. Like I said, if you really pay attention to boxing, like, we put him there. He deserved to be there.
No doubt. So here's a question that fighters don't like to answer. You said possibly you move up to 135 depending on this weight cut right here. Who is the toughest fight at 135? I know you're probably feeling like you're the best, but who's the toughest fight for you at 135?
That's what I say when it comes to that. I feel like, you never know who really the toughest fight until you get in the ring with them. Right. Like, you will never know who would be. You may go there and, they may be talking about Tank and Devin be the toughest fight. Cause that's how I really would look at it, honestly. But you know, I'm getting
one
older.
of them.
I'm getting older. I'm getting wiser now.
Mm-hmm.
I know, like, you know, what if I go there and I fight both of them and they not that tough, and then I fight Lomachenko and he give me all hell's break loose fight. So you just never know. Like, you never know who really your toughest opponent till you get in the ring.
No, you never know, but you always think. So I'm just asking you who you think.
Nah, you can't think like that either, though. You can't think like that either at the end of the day, because you got to think. When you going in the ring, when you facing another man, you got to know that you're going to beat them. Like, you got to know that you're better than them. You can't tell yourself that you're going to be facing somebody tough. Well, you can tell yourself you're going to be facing somebody tough, but you can't tell yourself that this is going to be my toughest fight ever. Or, like, you can't big somebody up and put them on the pedestal where it's like, you fighting them at the end of the day. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I don't put nothing on a certain pedestal when I'm fighting them.
That makes sense.
Shakur, I want to touch on something that a lot of people have become aware of recently, of you being half Puerto Rican, and we all know how many fight fans are in Puerto Rico. Do you see in the near future at some point maybe you going to the island and fighting in Puerto Rico? Because as of now, not sure if you know, there are a lot of fans out there that love you and that are embracing you. Would you ever fight there?
Yeah, I would definitely. It's depending on, like I said, you know, if they do take me in as they own. I told you I'm not gonna force it on nobody. I ain't gonna just.
No, I'm letting you know now. I'm tapped in. They want you. They accept you. They ready.
Yeah. Okay. I mean,
he's the ambassador. He's the ambassador for Puerto Rico.
If you the plug and you tell me that if they accept me and, you know, and want to embrace me, I'll go put on a hell of a performance in Puerto Rico.
And Top Rank is connected with Puerto Rico, you know. Yeah. No. So listen, as far as contest, y'all, that fight, even though it's not, you know, you're not fighting for another title, but you're defending your titles. Here's a guy that people might not know fought Valdez. A lot of people felt like he won that fight. This is not like a walk in the park. This is a real fight come September 23rd. Talk about your opponent.
Nah, like I said, I done said this before too. Anybody that could go to the Olympic Games and win an Olympic gold medal, I feel like that's one of the hardest things to do in life. And you got to respect him. You can't just look past him. I ain't looking past this dude. I know that he's a great fighter. He got great things that he do. But at the end of the day, he's going against me. He's going against me, and I'm going in there to beat him up.
So, you know, you said earlier about the weight cut, and that's the reason why you're going to go up to 135. Has it been really that tough, even with a nutritionist? I
mean, like I said, it's depending on how it is for this fight. I ain't really have no tough time making weight yet.
Right.
But you know, as you grow and as you get like bigger, you start to feel like your body start to feel like you getting bigger. And I could tell like I'm getting bigger. So at the end of the day, I'm not one of them fighters who going like do a whole bunch of weight cut when I really don't have to. When I can fight at whatever weight class I feel like fighting.
Right.
So it's depending on like how I feel this fight. If I go to and make 130 this fight and it's super hard, then we going up to 35 and we can go and see whoever here.
If it's not so hard to make the weight, Joe Cordina, you guys got a little history going back and forth.
He's first in line.
Oh yeah,
he's first in line. How long would you wait for that fight before you say, to hell with this, I'm going up to 35? What's your deadline?
I told him December. I mean, he said he fighting in, matter of fact, I ain't gonna say December. I'm gonna say January just because he said he's gonna fight in October. So at least give him about two months to get back right and get ready to fight. So I say January. If I'm able to make that weight still, he's first in line. I mean, he's been doing a lot of social media talk, and I feel like every time I get on social media, I see Joe Cordina like this post and he tweeted this, or he hopped on Instagram and said he commented on the picture and said tag me in it or something. So I feel like
crazy.
He first in line.
You went from don't worry, wait your turn to you're next.
Yeah.
Were you following him on Instagram at one time?
I've been following Joe. I've been knew him back when we was amateurs. Like I knew him for the longest. Like I don't know him personally, but I've been knew of him. Like I used to see him fight all the time. But
are you still following him, or did you say, you know what, that's it, unfollow?
Nah, I ain't one of them dudes. That don't bother me at the end of the day. I ain't taking it personal. I feel like once you unfollow somebody, you taking it too personal. It's too deep. So I ain't taking it personal. It's just, he went from, that dude that I gave credit to, and I said Joe Cordina is a good fighter and he's the best fighter from them neck of the woods, but now he just, he talking too much. You gotta put him in his place. He gotta understand. I said you was a good fighter. That don't mean that I'm saying you could do anything with me.
Now you just be sleeping people, making them feel like, oh, Shakur's so nice, and then get in the ring and you turn into a killer. But on another note, look, we talked about Lomachenko earlier. Bob Arum was on record saying, listen, that's a fight 2023 that can happen. Has there been real discussions about that fight? Like real conversations about you possibly fighting Lomachenko?
Nah, I ain't really hear too much, but I think he first in line for Devin belt, right? Am I right?
That's what I heard.
Yeah, that's what we.
Is it me or is it him? Like, that's what I was trying to figure out. Like, what? They be saying a whole bunch of stuff, but look, this is what I will say. I'm willing to fight whoever. Yeah. If it come down to it, if I skip the line over Lomachenko and have to fight Dev, with all due respect to Dev, because if it's anybody at the 35 like division, I Devin Haney. But I'm willing to step in the ring and have to fight Dev, and I'm cool with that. If I'm skipping the line, if they say you got to fight Lomachenko, we can fight too. I'm willing to fight.
It's safe to say. It's like one time we were talking to. But damn, I'm not sure. Maybe Shakur was there that day, but it was a while back when we were talking about Bud when he first came to 147, and he said he messes with Sean Porter. He's the last guy on the list that he would want to fight. This is when he first beat Jeff Horn. So is it safe to say you're in that same position? If you go to 135, Devin would be the last guy you want to fight?
Nah, because you know why it's different though? Just because of the fact that Devin is the guy to beat. Like at 135,
that's true.
He the man, like, so he got all the belts at the end of the day.
That is true.
Once you get to that division, you look for the person who's the guy to beat. I'm not looking at nobody with no fake titles or none of that stuff. I'm looking at the dude that's the boogeyman, the killer.
Shakur, you've spoken on this in the past. Tank and Ryan Garcia, they're going back and forth. Ryan wants this fight. Ryan has gone on and said that he would even record all the negotiations. Leonard and Oscar saying this is the biggest fight in boxing. Do you agree with that? That this is the biggest fight in boxing in terms of revenue and viewership? No, I disagree.
What is?
What would be?
I think Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence is. I think it's a bigger and better fight.
So you think it would do more numbers on pay-per-view and all of that?
I'm not sure with and no disrespect to Ryan either. I'm not no disrespect, but I'm not sure what his numbers. I heard about his numbers for his last fight. I ain't hear like he did anything too crazy. We already know Tank a big draw. But I think that Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence, you gotta realize Errol Spence, how many people he had in Dallas his last
40,
fight?
Yeah, 40-something thousand people. I was there.
Imagine him and Bud Crawford in the ring. I feel like the whole, the black community, the whole boxing world in general is going to step up and show out for them. So I think that's a bigger and better fight if you ask me.
Hopefully. You mentioned pay-per-view and numbers, right? We all know that is part of the culture in boxing. What do you think would be your first pay-per-view fight? What opponent would it be? Who would be the matchup where Bob Arum, Top Rank, and whoever you guys are doing a fight with, let's say this has to be pay-per-view?
Lomachenko. I think me and Lomachenko should be pay-per-view. I think that's a big fight. Especially, I'm gonna turn up and sell it, but we can't look past concession.
Right. We
you gonna turn up. You gonna turn up and sell it. Okay.
Hey man, I'm gonna make sure I sell that fight if it do happen. But at the end of the day, I gotta take care of business.
You got business September 20.
Well, speaking of selling fights, we're talking about this fight right here. You say you don't get nervous. You say you don't feel the pressure. But what about feeling like some kind of pressure about putting people in the stands? Do you really think about that? How many people gonna come to my fight?
You gotta understand too. When I came up, my grandfather told me, only worry about the things you got control of. So, as long as you do everything in your power, and I'm gonna do everything in my power to make sure I get. I feel that C-Sup, that's all I could worry about. I can't worry about nothing that I can't control. If I can't control it, I'm gonna stay out of it. But at the end of the day, I'm going. Like I'm a superstar. I already know. Like I'm so confident in the world falling in love with me. Like I'm so confident in becoming a big superstar in the sport of boxing. So I'm not tripping off that. I'm just waiting and letting everything handle itself.
As I listen to this answer, I realize how much you're maturing over the years and always spot on with your answer. That's a great answer. Listen, Shakur, before we get out of here, we want to play a game called the Standing 8. Now, you have to answer these rapid fire questions within 60 seconds. That's part of the game. If you can't make it in 60, you lose. If you can, you win the game. So I'm going to set it off with the Standing 8. Are you ready?
Oh, yeah, this easy.
All right. 60 seconds, Standing 8 with Shakur Stevenson. Tank, Devin, who wins?
60 seconds. Devin.
You're going to lose this because Crawford, Spence, you done lost already. You don't want to answer this. See how you,
come on,
we going to win.
You wasting his 60 seconds. Just ask the
he lost. He's going to admit that he's going to lose right now. Watch.
Crawford.
Oh,
right.
Okay.
Favorite movie?
You said what?
Favorite movie ever?
Movie, Lion King.
Best female fighter?
Clarissa Shields.
Mayweather versus Pernell Whitaker, both in their prime. Who wins?
Sweet Pea.
Your toughest opponent to date?
Oscar Valdez.
You're getting jumped by 25 dudes. You can pick any 3 fighters ever in any era. Who you taking to war with you?
Mike Tyson, Terrence Crawford, Sugar Ray Leonard.
No doubt. Would you rather be undisputed at 135 or undisputed at 130?
135.
All right.
That's a Standing 8.
That's a Standing 8. Josh, did you make it in 60 seconds?
No.
Just over.
I lost?
All right, no, we're going to give you that one because I messed that one up.
Barack messed that up for you. He made this question
You,
too long.
You won that one. I thought
All right.
I thought I was going to stump you with that one. I didn't know you was going to answer that. I did that on purpose too.
All right, well, we're going to give it to Shakur. He won the
You
Standing
too
8.
competitive. That's why I don't like you. You too competitive, man. You
Just
supposed to
like
lose
Bud.
that one. You worse than Bud.
All right, folks, Standing 8 with Shakur Stevenson. Hey, listen, September 23rd, we'll be in the building, God willing, to watch you to defend your 2 titles. Looking forward to seeing you in the ring again, champ. As always, see you soon.
Appreciate y'all.